This image is worth the whole trip. Just look at this. The ball, no! What an amazing bathroom. Am I in a luxury hotel or what? No, I'm on the Vietnam Reunification Express train. In Vietnamese, when you're wishing for good health, you say Zo, Zo, Zo. Here we go, Mott. Hi, Ba, Zo. Me, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast? Yes. How's it going? Good evening. Welcome to another Un Topo por el Mundo episode. We are at the Saigon train station in what is now Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And today we're going to take the Reunification Express. We're going to go from here, from Ho Chi Minh, the former Saigon, all the way to Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. We're going to travel about 1,700 kilometers, more than 30 hours of travel. So, come with me. This right here is the train station. It still keeps the name Saigon, which was the name of the city before the reunification of Vietnam when it was renamed Ho Chi Minh. That's the name of the Vietnamese leader. And from here, the train will depart in just a few minutes. We're leaving at 9:50 p.m. It's now 9:36 p.m. We have 14 minutes. We're kind of cutting it close. We have a beautiful VIP lounge here to wait in. It's for members with a VIP card. Otherwise, it costs 20,000 Vietnamese dong, and they offer you a bottle of water. After that, you pay for whatever you consume. The access fee is 20,000 dong Vietnam's currency, just under $1. You can sit on the couches, but you'll be charged for whatever you order. It's not expensive though. Bye. Join me as I board this train. I'm fulfilling another railway dream. No. It looks really nice. Just look at this sink here. The decoration. I'm already here. Oh man, calm down. Don't get too anxious. I hope I can share with you right now the joy that I'm feeling. We're going to travel across Vietnam from south to north, so we're going to travel across the whole country. I'll tell you more about it soon. Now let's go find our compartment. The pretty girl. I can already hear kids making noise, and I hope there aren't any here. Cha-chan, cha-chan. Come with me. Hello. Do you speak English? Hello. Phew. Here we go. Yo, Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast? Yeah. We're in our bed. Number 15 up top. And what could be worse than when we took the Trans-Siberian and there were 5 of us in a compartment for 4 people, traveling with twins, and being 6 in a compartment for 4 people. This beats the Trans-Siberian. There's not just one child, there are 2. It's like they're photocopied. I'll show you a bit of the amenities we have. Of course, the cabin has 4 beds. There are some with 6, but not this one. This has 4 beds, even though there are 6 human beings here. We have these beautiful landscapes in the background, very nicely decorated. Here we have an outlet with this plug here, which I don't stick my fingers into too much, because what if we get shocked? There's a little bell. What could it be for? You call the attendant. Did I just call him? Here you can turn the announcements on or off. That's in case you need to get off. And here is the cabin light. Let's see, I touch it. One turns off, the other turns off. And in this area up here, I was able to fit my backpack. I had to take these things out from inside because otherwise it wouldn't fit, but now it's just right. And you can also put it under the bed, down below. I thought, well, I'm on top, so I'll get away with it, but no. Then we see there's a USB port there. We have a place to hang things here. Here you can hang a jacket or whatever. Here, something to hold on to. There's a safety rail, and the bed is a good length. For me, since I'm 1.71 meters, it's more than perfect. But the mattress is hard, really hard. But it's a very Asian thing to sleep on hard mattresses. Down there we have a little table where the girls are drawing. There are some other things, but I'm not sure what's up. I arrived kind of late. We'll check it out later. They're getting off before. They're not going all the way to Hanoi. They get off at an intermediate station, which I guess means someone else will get on at that station too. I don't know if there's anyone who does the whole trip from end to end. We'll see. 21:50, right on time. We're leaving from Saigon Station. Nobody uses headphones here. Everything is on speaker at full volume. And over there, they're making a video call and just showed me the screen. Well, that's fine. I'm filming them too. Fair is fair. Something I haven't shown yet. We have amazing sheets here and an amazing pillow. Top notch, top notch. This is the most expensive cabin of all. For this whole trip, it cost me kilometers, about $80. I feel like I'm in a reloaded version of the Trans-Siberian, but this one won't last a week. It's going to be about 30-something hours. We're going to arrive in Hanoi at 5:30 in the morning. More or less, it all depends on the conditions, but I've been told Vietnamese trains are usually on time. Where are you from? Argentina. Soccer player? Who do you know? Maradona. Messi? Messi. Cha? No. Here my roommate Lone is telling me that subscribing is tonki. So tonki. Subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm taking this moment in this crowded cabin to say tonki to you. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit the bell and all that. Be like Lone here, my roommate who subscribed. Come on. The conductor just came by to check the tickets. And he just told me that the train has 10 cars. Let's hope we can go through all of them. We're in car number 10. And the dining car is in car number 1. So we're going to have to go through all of them out of necessity. Careful. We're going to the dining car, and on the way we'll go through the whole train. Look at how the doors open. You have to press this little button here and boom. There we go, it opened. Here we have the adjoining car, which is identical to ours, all with 4-bed cabins. And we're going to keep moving forward. Hey, the staff is really cool. Vietnamese people in general are really nice. Nothing like the trains where they've forbidden me to film. I'm not going to say which ones they were, but you already know. Here I am, thousands of kilometers from my country, another language, everything. And they don't bother you. Nothing. It's a communist country, that's why. Then people say, oh, there's censorship here. Nothing. Zero. Let's do the good deed of the day. There we go. These ones here are emptier. Why didn't I get one here? There was one with 2 Vietnamese girls. And this one is completely empty. What's up with that? I could be traveling here. What do you think? Should I move? Sure, but then people will get on halfway through the trip. That's the thing. You have a little sign. What does it say? And look at this. I didn't see this in mine because the girls are playing. All the things passengers need to know. It's written in Vietnamese and in English. Oh, look at that. How fancy. We've already arrived at the first station. We've traveled 15 kilometers. This is the outskirts of Ho Chi Minh. The station is called Tien. There it is. It says Ca Tien. Ca means station. And we're going to have 175 stations on this trip. There are 218 train stations in all of Vietnam. Here there are 175. It's the longest route in the whole country. In Vietnam, they have 2,600 kilometers of railway. And today, we're going to travel exactly 1,726 kilometers. So we'll be covering 2/3 of the Vietnamese railways. Hey, if no one gets on at this station, I'll keep looking at the notebook while we have the chance. No, look at these great shots. There's the message from the President of Vietnam Railways. It's a company owned by the Vietnamese national government. It's managed by the state. And look at the quality. For those who say that state-owned companies don't work. Or for those who say trains don't work. Ah, it's recommended in the Lonely Planet. Of course. I can't believe it. This is amazing. Great presentation. Here we have the whole route. Oh, and something important to tell you. The railways in Vietnam, for the most part, and as it says here, this notebook is very ferro-bobby, are mostly meter gauge. That is 1,000 millimeters 1 meter. And there are a few smaller lines. As we can see here near the border with China, which is known as standard gauge, 1,435 millimeters, and there are parts where we have dual gauge. In some sections, that means you can travel on standard gauge and on meter gauge tracks. And here we have the entire route we're going to take. Pop. Through Vietnam. People from this cabin just arrived. I wanted to check the notebook. I'll look at it in mine later. It's a very long and narrow country. It would be like Chile, let's say. But it has a little belly that curves. We're in the southern part. And it curves like that and goes up north. Geography nerd mode. That way it's about 2,200 kilometers long, if I'm not mistaken. And well, that's going to be our journey. Hey, I wanted to keep reading that little book, or take it with me. The presentation is really good, we'll check it out later. Dining car, these are the things that happen. Can he smoke there on the step? Or is the guy just doing it on the sly and I caught him? Here we can see that we have hot water, cold water, and little cups to grab. There's already more crowding here. And that's because these are the cabins for 6 people. There are 6 beds inside one. I paid for the one for 4, but I still got one with 6. Unbelievable. And in that one over there, they were traveling with a kitten. I'm telling you the truth. I would much rather travel with the kitten than with the twins. But they're cool too. Good vibes. Just look at the seating area. Honestly, I could have traveled in this. Look at it. It's super retro and all decorated with the flags of Vietnam and the Communist Party. It's the communist train. Impressive, incredible. The seats look comfortable. Look, here's my friend. Hello? Hello? I'm going to sit here. What it does have is that you can't turn the seats around. For example, here you're facing backwards. On a 30-hour trip, boom, you're riding backward. They're filming everything I'm doing. Look. This is for the people, bro. I'm taking this one. It's really nice. Can it recline? Some of them are reclined, but here, it reclines well. Little tray for your stuff. Nice and chill. Good leg room. They don't film me the whole time here. The decoration is killing me. I should have been traveling here. I'm impressed. It has the most important thing of all. Look, they have 220-volt outlets there on the wall. You're all set. Another station. Right, no wonder there are so many. They're really close to each other. Hey, if I get tired of the little girls, I'll come to this one. The price differences. The cabin with 6 people is 60 and this one here with the seat is 40. It's similar, but it comes without the decoration. And something I forgot to tell you, it has the little table there in the middle. Hey, I'm the only foreigner here on this train. All Vietnamese, I love it. I feel like I'm back in China when I'd get on trains and be the only foreigner. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm very happy, guys. Well, the restaurant is closed and opens tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning. I bought some chips here, which is the only vegetarian option there is. There's also popcorn. And an iced coffee, which I'll leave there in the background while I'm telling you this. The way he prepared it, he took the coffee from a plastic bottle. He put the condensed milk in there. And ice. Oh, this trip is gonna be something, huh? Oh, but on top of that, I saw in some videos that the dining cars on this train were beautiful. And from what I was seeing from a distance, it doesn't look like that. We'll see tomorrow how it is. Besides, I'm a big fan of dining cars. For me, the dining car on the train is key. It's what makes the train. Picture a deck chair, go to the beach. Look, here we have an information screen, and it's decorated with this frame. Beautiful. Just now, all the train schedules were displayed. We are traveling on Express Service number 2, and we're about to experience the moment you've all been waiting for. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Join me to check out the bathroom. Wow, no. Ooh. Amazing bathroom. Am I in a luxury hotel? No, I'm on the train. Vietnam Reunification Express. Mr. Toilet, disinfected with the blue liquid. Like at home, it smells nice. Here we have the sink to wash our hands. Let's check the water pressure. Amazing pressure, but look, it's impressive. Look at the decoration on the wall. Here's a little picture, and on top of that, ta-da, this. Tomorrow we're definitely taking a shower. We'll take a shower on the Reunification Express. I did it on the Trans-Siberian. I did it on the Trans-Solidario. Am I not going to do it here in Vietnam? Of course I am. And look at the detail on the door. It's like wallpaper all over. I was going to say, never mind. No, there isn't. Amazing bathroom. And there's no soap. Still, I think if you ask the staff, they'll put it in. Because they're very attentive. They're helpful. Toilet paper, well, yes, there's plenty. No. Impressive. I mean, well, aside from the detail about the soap. Here's the frosted window. I'm really surprised. And here's the cleaning checklist. It looks like they're going to keep it pretty clean. We're over 2 hours into the trip. When I came to try it, I avoided the beginning since that's when it's always at its best. If I find it in bad shape later, I'll mention it too. But we could be talking about the best train bathroom on the entire planet Earth. What do you guys think? And in addition to the bathroom, here we have a sink you can use if you want to wash your hands or whatever, and you don't have to use the stall. And here we can see there is soap. So if you need soap, come over to this one and look at this amazing mirror. The details are incredible. No way, come on. Dude. This is the train's bathroom, and look at those decorative details. This here on the screen, this cubicle, look at the doors. Great setup. Now that we've seen it, and the best part is the landscapes that are coming up. And look, this is where the staff is. It's their lounge. And here there's a phone where you can call to complain about the spirit, attitude, and behavior of the waiters. How is the quality of the food, drinks, and so on board? The quality of passenger service. You can complain about the air conditioning, if it was too cold, if the heating was too warm, how the bathrooms were, and other issues related to passenger service. Hey, very good. This is going to be our dinner, coffee and chips. Why didn't I bring food? I don't know, but it's not that bad. I mean, We can handle 30 hours and just have the chips. Yom Kippur trained me not to eat for 25 hours, so enjoy your meal. Very healthy. My mom must be watching this and saying, why don't you make me a grandma? No. Why not? I wanted to keep reading the big red book that we hadn't finished before because people came into the cabin. It's amazing. We had stopped here at the little map. We're going to take a look at it. It's really well done. Look at this shot. No. It's crazy. Here, well, it explains the whole operation of the train. It tells you it's one of the best. It even talks about the technical details. Here it tells the story of the train, which we'll tell you about later. It's a beautiful promotional piece. Look at what it says here. According to Lonely Planet, this route was chosen as one of the 8 most incredible train journeys in the world. And here we are doing it. The Trans-Siberian must be the best. And I love that everything is in both languages. It's in Vietnamese and in English. The benefits of traveling on this train are that the staff will take care of everything you need, even if you need more pillows, more sheets, and so on. They will provide it for you, and they guarantee that the temperature inside the carriage will be between 24 and 25 degrees during the day and between 26 and 27 degrees at night. It says that between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. is quiet time, so let's get some sleep, everyone. Good night. A few centimeters later, someone should tell these people that something called headphones was invented, and that's how we'll sleep. Good morning.
Al día siguiente.
Here we are. 6:30 in the morning. Oh wait, you're going to ask me, Topo, why did you get up so early? Here's the answer. Thank you. Well, yes, this is the moment everyone has been waiting for. We're going to take a shower on the Reunification train. The problem is that the hose is really short. Pleasant? Ah, that's better. We feel like new again. The best shower I've ever had on a train in my life. And you're going to say, Topo, the same shirt? Yes, because I put it on last night before going to the train station, and then to sleep I brought a shirt that I use as pajamas. That way I sweat in that one, so this one is practically fresh. Sporting the crest of Remedios de Escalada, Argentina's railroad capital. You can travel with dogs here. Hello, doggies. Can I? Yes. Oh, hello. Xin Chao. It's so cool that you can travel with dogs on the train. I asked them what happens when the dogs need to go to the bathroom, and they said, no, we get off at the station. We're in the dining car. What do I have to eat? Bread. Freshly taken out of an electric oven. These 2 pieces of bread cost me 30,000 dong, a little more than $1. An iced coffee for 20,000 dong. Everyone is having pho for breakfast, which is the typical breakfast in Vietnam. Noodle soup, but the broth has meat. Ah, the bread is filled with meat. God damn it. And I asked him, oh, I lost a little more than $1. The dining car is terrible. The old-fashioned style is cool, but it's useless. I saw a lot of videos of trains in Vietnam where the dining car was amazing. Even on this service, the Reunification Express. But that didn't happen here. What's going on? There's smoking right in the dining car. It's like the 90s, man. Dude, they're chopping vegetables right behind me. The dining room is also the kitchen. We managed to get something more vegetarian. A little corn. It cost me 15,000 dong corn for breakfast. It's like we're at the beach. It just needs some ketchup on top. Nice and warm, huh? Not bad. It'll do the trick. Who said all is lost? They came to sell me 1,000 turbon. This is what we're about to open now, which is supposedly vegetarian. Ah, it's this little thing. Look, it's tiny like this. It's glutinous rice with beans wrapped in a leaf. 2 boxes of this cost me 10,000 dong. Let's see how it is. It's a snack. This is really good, huh? We're getting by. Amid all the chaos that is the dining car, there's a cage under a seat where they have a kitten locked up. This dining car is a jungle, it's awesome. Oh, we have a Vietnamese colleague. And we keep getting more things to eat, in this case mango. 20,000 dong. Peeled, cut and packed fresh by the girl selling it right next to me. And what's up with the story of the train in Vietnam, you might be wondering. The railways were built by the French when this was French Indochina. Remember that in 1863 the French landed here and said, "Bonjour, this is ours." They turned what is now Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia into French Indochina. And that's how, in 1888, a small tramway route began operating in the city of Saigon. It went from the Saigon station at that time to Cholon, which is a neighborhood in present-day Ho Chi Minh City. In fact, that's where Saigon's Chinatown is located. And then in 1899 they began building this route that would connect old Saigon with Hanoi. But it took them quite a few years to do it, and they built it in sections. First, they started in the north. From 1899 to 1905 they built the first stretch from Hanoi to Vinh. Then from 1905 to 1913 they started building from the south. They went from Saigon to Nha Trang. Then from 1913 to 1927 they built from Vinh in the north to Hue. And from 1930 to 1936 they built the missing part from Hue to Nha Trang. And that's when they finished connecting the whole route. It took them exactly 37 years to do it. So this entire service we're taking today, covering 1,726 kilometers, has been operating since 1936. It's already about 90 years old. It's younger than Merthyr Legrand. Whenever I make these videos, I mention Merthyr. And I say, what if between recording the video and editing it, Merthyr kicks the bucket? But well, we know that's not going to happen. The French called this train the Trans-Indochina, well, or in French, Trans-Indochina. More or less. This route, which today takes a little over 30 hours, back then took 60. Remember that the Reunification Express, the north to south train, not only runs daily but also has 4 services per day. So every day we have 4 trains that go back and forth along the entire length of Vietnam. Something important, this route. It was heavily bombed during the different wars that Vietnam went through. Even since the war against the Japanese, starting in 1941, the war against the French afterwards, and the war against the United States, it was a target for attacks. Because this was the central place to connect the cities and transport everything from food to explosives. And by December 31, 1976, with Vietnam already reunified, the service was officially reopened. They repaired it right away because it was a central communication hub for the country. During that reconstruction, they had to repair 1,334 bridges. Yes, you heard that right. 1,334 bridges, that's a huge number, and also 27 tunnels. And 158 stations. And if you're wondering why it's called the Reunification train, it's because it connects Saigon, the former capital of South Vietnam, with Hanoi, which was the capital of North Vietnam. And today, it's the capital of the Republic of Vietnam. So by connecting the former South Vietnam with the former North Vietnam, it clearly symbolizes the reunification of the country. And that's why it has that name. We just saw the D-19 locomotive at this station, which is the same one that's taking us today. This is a diesel-electric train, and that's the locomotive that was manufactured in China, specifically by CRRC Xi'an. And they can reach up to 120 kilometers per hour. If I'm not mistaken, those locomotives must be from around the 1980s. And I don't know the origin of the rolling stock. I assume they might be Chinese, but I'm not sure. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. I was there asking around, but nobody knows here, and they must also be from around the 1970s. We're stopped here at Luki Station, Luki, and here you can buy things at a shop. Look at this station, it's beautiful. I hope I don't miss the train or we're in trouble. Do you like it? The train conductor here says that the rolling stock is Vietnamese. They're made here. Although I actually think they were assembled in Vietnam, but the materials come from China or from the Soviet Union. We're talking about rail cars from the 70s and 80s. Oh no, a plant, a huge plant. I think only my mom would travel on a train with such a huge plant. What happened here too? Why is my mom traveling on this train? Here we have the whole schedule board. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 daily services that connect north to south in Vietnam every day. All these services go from Saigon to Hanoi in both directions. We're on the SC2, which departed at 2150. We stopped at Tu Tri Station. We were supposed to be there at 8:42. There was a 12-minute stop, which is why I was able to get off. But now it's 9:40, so we're already an hour behind schedule. And the next somewhat long stop will be at 11:33. We'll have 5 minutes in Truong Nai, and then I'm checking here. They're all 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Ah, we have a 12-minute stop in Tong Hoi. Well, that's good. We'll arrive in Hanoi at 5:53 as it says here. We'll see. The sign shows we're going at about 66 kilometers per hour. But I think it can go faster. The maximum it can reach is 120, but I don't think it'll ever get there. I think all these plants were brought on at the previous station. At the station it was full of these plants, and now they're here on the train. Plants everywhere. It looks like my mother's house. And here we are, working a bit from the compartment. Honestly, I'd like to be downstairs using the little table. But the family's there, the girls are messing around, because the good thing is enjoying the view and everything, and at the same time getting some work done. But well, I can't. I tried to bring my computer to the dining car, but they told me no, because they were preparing lunch and needed the whole space. They said to come back at lunchtime. It's like I should have traveled in the regular seats, or well, gotten a spot downstairs, but when I bought the ticket there weren't any left. I got the worst one, huh? Not just with one extra little kid, but with two. And not only do I have to put up with the two little girls here, but they became friends and brought them to play in our cabin. I'm doomed, and you're gonna say, Topo, you were a kid too. Yeah, so what? I wasn't as unbearable as these ones. In fact, I was totally antisocial. I'm trying to get to the dining car, but we're about to arrive at a station, and everyone is standing here, waiting to get off. It's not something typical of Argentina, where everyone stands up early and waits. It happens here in Asia too, and they don't let you through. Come on, you just get there and get off. Why do you have to stand up? The level of anxiety these people have. There we go, making our way through. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, I love bothering anxious people. Ah, look, the door is locked with a padlock, but they're about to open it. We're at Truong Nai Station, at least that's what it's called. We were supposed to be here at 11:33, it's 12:10 now. Well, we're making up a bit of time. We're only 37 minutes behind schedule. It's a short stop here. According to the schedule, it's 5 minutes, but the conductor told me 3 still. 3 minutes in railway time. And here I am in the dining car, waiting to see if they'll serve rice with vegetables as I asked. At least I made myself understood. In about an hour, we should have a brief 3-minute stop in Tangi. And at 2 in the afternoon comes the big 15-minute stop in Da Nang. It's a big beach city. Highly recommended. Supposedly you can see the sea here. Let's see what happens. Here we have the vegetarian meal. Rice with some potatoes and some carrots. She charged me 30,000 dong, $1 and some change. It's good, I think I'll have it again. And here we have the soy sauce. We have to check if it doesn't have fish. Let's put this into the translator. According to the translator, it's suitable. And I also took a little picture of it. I sent it to ChatGPT, and it told me I can eat it as a vegetarian. Double check. Still, you shouldn't trust ChatGPT because it just makes stuff up. But well, at least the translator and ChatGPT are like a double check. Let's see how this rice with potato tastes. When you're hungry, there's no such thing as stale bread. No, it's good. It's tasty. The magic is already starting. The neighbors at the next table are offering beer. There's Mayo. There's no Mayo. No Mayo. Mayo. Hey Mayo. Hey Mayo. Lejeune, cheers. The beer is good. Tiger Vietnam. Vietnamese beer. Too bad they drink it at room temperature. It's not cold, but it's good, smooth. I like it to be smooth. Here, the Cambodian and local ones I've tried are all pretty smooth. In Vietnamese, cheers is so. So here we go. Mot, hai ba, so. That's 1, 2, 3, so, which means cheers. We have a language barrier here, huh? The conversation is through Google Translate, and thanks to Ubishi, I have internet all along the way and I can use it. Still, there's no language barrier that can stop you from sharing a beer. Beautiful. 10 hours on the train and you start learning the basics. After 30 hours, you're already at an A1 level. On a Trans-Siberian trip, you'd already be bilingual. We had the same dish again, but now they added a fried egg and peanuts. I hope this fills me up. And here, my friend next to me, besides beer, is already offering me sweet popcorn too. Quite a mix. I just bought these rice crackers. The bag costs 40,000. Seems a bit expensive to me, but well, let's try them. Let's see how they are. At first it's like eating styrofoam. Then the taste of the seasoning starts to come through. Not bad. Tanki Station. We're still running half an hour late. It's 1:15 p.m. and we were supposed to be there at 12:45. Something important to clarify is that I say this train passes through 175 stations, but obviously it doesn't stop at all of them. This one here is only going to stop at 21. Well, it already stopped at several, but it has 21 stops in total. There are other services that stop at many more of the intermediate stations, unlike this one. And besides that, among those 175 stations, there are already some that are no longer in use, and others are just halts or request stops. But out of those 175, there must be at most 40 that are actually usable, and this one we're taking stops at 21. And now we've just left Tanki. We're making up a few minutes every time we arrive. Now at the next stop, we're going to get off. It's the 15-minute stop at Tangnang. Here I'm looking at the speedometer. We're going at about 70-something kilometers per hour, but just now it showed me 80, so we're starting to pick up speed. The stations are beautifully decorated and we pass by a lot of them where we don't stop. The train just goes slowly and keeps going. And at some other stations, like the one we're at now, it stops because here there's a double track. The rest of the route is a single track. They use these stations to wait for a train coming from the opposite direction to pass before continuing. They literally kicked me out of the dining car because they wanted to take a nap. The train we were waiting for just passed us, and we're continuing. This is paradise for a train enthusiast. The window open, being able to film the outside, I love it. See how the stations have small tables with tea? That's it, I'm living here. All I need is a cigar and to be here. These plastic stools in the hallway are perfect. I wonder where they got them from, but it's great. You can watch the scenery from here. Chinese trains usually have these little stools that you unfold and sit on, but here that's not the case. I'd totally steal this cap. I'd get arrested. I'm surprised by the number and size of the cemeteries we keep coming across on the road. It's impressive. The towns here are quite big and the population is very spread out. Vietnam has a population of 100 million people and the two biggest cities are Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi. Each of them has about 10 million inhabitants, including their suburbs and everything. And the remaining 80 million Vietnamese are spread throughout the country. More or less, the distance this train covers is similar to that from Buenos Aires to Bariloche. And imagine that the train from Buenos Aires to Bariloche in 1993 took 24 hours. That is, it took less time than this train here takes going from Ho Chi Minh to Hanoi. However, nowadays a Buenos Aires-Bariloche train, besides the fact that it doesn't exist, let's say it started running, would take about 50 hours. But the difference isn't that big, and we could have a Buenos Aires-Bariloche train running. In reality, it's unrealistic to even think about it. We don't even have a train from Buenos Aires to Cordoba. Come on, man, I love being here. This is the best spot. Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at Da Nang train station. This is one of the largest cities in Vietnam, after the main ones, which are Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi. About 1,300 people live here. And they say it's like a Vietnamese Miami. It has beautiful beaches, and at the same time, there are many foreigners living here. Many of them work online, the digital nomads. They decide to live in a beach city and move to Tanam. And a lot of people are getting on the train. And at the same time, people are getting off, right? We're supposed to be here for 15 minutes. It's now 2:45 p.m. We're still running 30 minutes late, and here we can buy things to eat, so we should take advantage of that. Thank you! Look at the coffee here, it looks great. Oh, look at the cat! Are the dogs there? The little cat comes out to attack them. This train cat is going to attack the poodles on the train. Hello! You're brave, huh? They're making me a little coffee here. Boutique that more. I just had a little coffee. I was expecting a hot coffee, but they gave me a cold one. There are lots of snacks to buy. And then for food, well, for me, everything with meat. I'm not hungry right now, but I don't know if they'll sell you an egg banh mi. I asked if they had anything vegetarian, and they said no. Hello? Hello? Look, you can see from afar that they're bringing a lot of packages. That's one of the reasons why the train stops for so many minutes. Because they have to unload the packages they're bringing as deliveries to Tanag, and then load the packages that are going from Hanoi. We're going backwards because they use these 15 minutes at the station to turn the engine around. That is, we're changing direction and then we're going to get back on the track. Actually, it's not that they turned the same engine around, but there was already one waiting for us at Tanag station. They coupled that one and we also continued with the other one. We're going with 2 locomotives, one at each end. Look at the views. You've got the South China Sea right alongside you. Yeah. We just went through a huge tunnel. It was spectacular. I estimate it was about 1 kilometer long. And as soon as we got through the tunnel, the sea was right beside us. I can tell you that we just had one of the best views I've ever seen from a train. It's wonderful. You can see the whole city of Tanag in the background. The train turning here on the mountainside, the sea. It's just beautiful. This was worth the trip. It was worth the whole trip. This view alone makes the whole trip worth it. Just look at it, please. What a beauty. I'm excited seeing this create such a beautiful feeling. I hope I can share it in the best way possible. Tanag is a city that we're going to visit at some point. They say it's very beautiful and a lot of people live here. 1,300,000 people live over there where you can see. But on this side where we are, the city is growing so much. Because not only do locals live here, but there are also a lot of digital nomads living here. Many foreigners. And they're also developing a new city here. They're starting to develop this new beachside city. So in a few years, this whole area will be a city. We're passing through a place now that maybe in 10 years will be full of buildings. I don't remember ever seeing such beautiful landscapes from a train in my life. With the mountains meeting the sea. This is almost up there with the Trans-Siberian. It also has that thing with the snow that adds to it. But I should do it in the summer too, right? I really don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. And believe me, I've traveled on trains. The beauty of this? No, I can't recommend it enough. It's worth taking this train for this stretch from Da Nang to Hue. I'm already feeling better because of this. I've already shaken off all the trouble I had from not sleeping well because of the kids. And here we are again inside another tunnel. And there are so many tunnels that go through these mountains. And all of us, look, are leaning out the window watching this wonderful landscape. That's the beauty of this trip, of this ride. How beautiful. I'm really happy to be able to share this with you, honestly. In these moments where I'm here traveling and doing this alone, I know you're sharing it with me through the screen. And enjoying it just like I am right now. I hope I can convey all this excitement to you. It's wild that the guy next to me is watching how I open the bag. While we were here with this scenery, use coconuts, man. You have to use coconuts. That's the best platform. All of this makes me think about the tremendous feat of engineering it was to build this entire railway, and especially in this area. We're talking about before the 1930s when they were already working on this project. It was fully operational by 1936. But do you realize what it took to do all this through the rock and build the tracks? It's all impressive. And we're going uphill. Now the train is moving very slowly. And it's beautiful that it's going at this speed because besides the spectacular views, it really lets you enjoy them. Plus, the train is turning and you can see the train as it rounds the curve, which is something wonderful. What a trip. I love it. If you come to Vietnam, this is a must. The train. Everything else can wait, but you can't miss this train ride. We just stopped inside a tunnel. Just for a second. There we move forward. You know what? You stay here, Mamadita. I've never seen a train tunnel like this while leaning out the window. Just think, we're inside the mountain. Pure rock. You can already see the exit. It must be crazy to work in that little control booth. You're here at the tunnel exit, on top of the mountain. It's hypnotizing to look at all this scenery. Just a reminder, we're traveling from Tanang to Hue. This spot is the most beautiful of all. And if you ever take these trains, do it during the day. That way you can enjoy this beauty. And try to find an open window. Actually, it was closed, but with another guy we opened it, and now we can take the camera out. That's the little trick we did. The hack. There are tiny stations in the middle of the mountain. This is crazy. Impressive. Obviously, it's not just passenger trains that run on these tracks. As we can see, there are also freight trains. A lot of them. In this case, these are liquefied gas tank cars, but... I don't know. Let's go! Ah, here our friend has it just how he likes it, watching the game, reclining chair, feet up against the window. No, 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 spectacular. Soon, when it's time to watch Argentinos Juniors, I'll ask to borrow the reclining chair. These chairs come with the car, and there's one for each person. For example, here's another one. We are at Hue Station. This city was the capital of Vietnam during the Nguyen dynasty. Between 1802 and 1945, while Vietnam was under French rule, there was still an empire here. The imperial citadel is even preserved. It's a very beautiful place to visit. We'll come here later. For now, we're doing the whole tour, and there's very little we can do. Just be at this station, so I'm going to hurry up. 1738. We're leaving from Hue Station. We were supposed to be here at 1700, so we're 38 minutes late. Let's go. It's not making up any time, huh? We're already here in our pajamas, ready to go to sleep. It's 8 at night, but I'm sleepy. Maybe I'll wake up in the middle of the night. We're arriving at 5, so I want to wake up earlier. Let's take a short nap. And I found out that up here on the ceiling are the air conditioning vents. That means if I get hot during the night, I can open them more, and that's it. The kids' parents are downstairs, they close them, and now I open them again. When they're asleep, I'll close them again. If I get hot, I'll turn the air conditioning up, so make sure they're bundled with blankets. Don't bother me. The kids already annoyed me enough the whole trip. And another thing, even though I have the light on now, I have an individual light here. Tiki. There you go. And a regular USB charger. I have everything plugged in. There, exactly.
Algunos centímetros más tarde.
I haven't been able to fall asleep at all. The kids are even worse. They don't get tired. And we've arrived at the station. We're already in North Vietnam, and here we have a 10-minute stop. There are also shops to buy things. All the stores sell you the same stuff, but nobody offers vegetarian options or real food. The situation with the kids is intense though. You'll see and say, "Eh, Topo, they're kids. What do I know?" No. I mean, it's already unbearable behavior. I'm telling them, "Hey, please." But the parents don't say anything. And on top of that, they don't pay for a ticket. I mean, they should pay double for how annoying they are. I don't know if it's just that I'm already annoyed. Or maybe I'm already annoyed that vendors keep insisting, "Come to the shop." Here they start with, "Hello, hello. I just want to look in peace and decide what to eat. If you want to sell me something, sell something vegetarian." There's nothing. Everyone sells exactly the same thing. Well, we're barely at the stations. These 10 minutes are really less than 10 minutes. No. They don't even reach 10. I just bought a water. There's nothing available to eat if you're a vegetarian. What a hassle right now. After this shot, I'll tell you. Guys, we've arrived in Hanoi. The trip ends here. And in the meantime, I hope I can sleep. That's my dream right now. Here in Tong Hoi, the route changes direction again. We're going, let's say, to the other side. Whoa, we're picking up speed, huh? We're moving. There, I hit 74, but I just filmed it. It said 78 kilometers per hour, almost 80. We're pushing it, just so you know. 3:30 in the morning. These guys already woke up and turned on the light. In theory, they get off a few kilometers before Hanoi. We were supposed to arrive at 5:53. We're a bit behind. We'll get there at 6:30 in the morning. I don't know what time they'll get off, but they've already turned on all the lights. The little girls are making a mess. They're talking. No, it's crazy. I went to the bathroom. The rest of the cabins, everyone is sleeping. Everything else is nice and peaceful here. Light on chaos, they don't let anyone sleep. They're totally inconsiderate. I could easily be sleeping for 2 more hours. Totally peaceful. And I can't because these people are making a mess. I mean, not even when they leave do they think, hey, let's make as little noise as possible so someone sleeping doesn't get bothered. Those girls never get tired. It's unbelievable. Detestable, just totally detestable. The magic of this trip was ruined by those 2 girls. Completely ruined. That's totally inconsiderate.
I think it's ridiculous that kids don't pay. They should pay for their ticket, take their own bed, and not bother the rest.
They should even pay double because they're much more annoying than an adult. I'm going to turn off the light and see if they get the message. I mean the warm one, not the cold one. Really, if you want to be a good person, you turn on your individual light. You do everything quietly, you consider others. Terrible people, really bad people. You might say, well, it's a cultural thing. Nah, you should have consideration for others. Besides, it clearly says that between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m. it's quiet time. Oh, they just left. Oh, they left the light on downstairs. I have to go down and turn it off. What a bunch of inconsiderate people. I have 2 hours left to get to Hanoi. 2 hours that cut my sleep short. What awful people. Let's see if we can get some sleep. At least for the little time we have left, they interrupted my sleep. But oh well, let's try. It's already 5:30 in the morning. We're about to arrive in Hanoi in a few minutes. I'm already awake. I couldn't sleep anymore. And here I see that there's a room, a cabin with 2 beds. Looks like I booked at the wrong time and ended up with this one for 4. Oh, I had such a bad time with these people. Topo's tips. If you're going to travel on the Reunification Express, book your tickets in advance. We just passed the little street with all the bars. It's amazing because I couldn't even get my camera out the window. You end up bumping into the little bars where you see the train passing right by. We're going to go there to have a beer and watch the train go by right next to us. It's totally risky, huh? But it's crazy because you can't even lean out or anything. It's already right there. It's one of a kind, being that close to the train. I don't think even the Belgrano Sur line ever went this far. No, look at how they carry the little dogs there in these cars. The dogs didn't make any trouble at all. My advice, don't have kids, have dogs. At 6:13 in the morning, 20 minutes later than scheduled, we have arrived at the Hanoi train station. We are in the capital of Vietnam. This is an amazing photo we see here at the station with the train passing along the coast of Da Nang. It's incredible to think that we were here. Now we're already inside the Hanoi station. I don't understand what this is. They have a little tennis court. Look how curious this is. You can tell the station is old. It was built by the French. It was inaugurated in 1902. But you can see that the central hall has a different design. Why is that? It's because that part of the station was bombed by the Americans during the war. And especially if you want to do just one leg, I highly recommend going from Da Nang to Hue. Obviously do it during the day so you can appreciate all that wonderful scenery. It's captivating, it leaves you hypnotized. Personally, I didn't have a great time with the cabin I got. Not because of the cabin itself, but because of my cabin mates. As you may have noticed, they were really rude. They're subscribed to the channel, so they're going to see this, if they see it translated into Vietnamese. But it was a total lack of consideration, starting with the unbearable girls. After they turned on the light on me in the middle of the night, well, all those things showed zero empathy, like saying, hey, there's a kid sleeping up there. Let's try not to wake him up and make as little noise as possible. And especially if you're traveling with kids, it's like, come on, I'm gonna try to set a limit. The kids are making a mess, yelling, and the parents aren't controlling them at all. I don't know. But, well, it's crazy because I don't choose to have kids myself, and I have to put up with other people's kids. Incredible. Another train ride on this channel. Despite these little inconveniences, big inconveniences, I'm happy after riding Vietnam's North-South train. The Reunification Express, thank you very much for being there. More videos from this country are coming. We're going to explore Hanoi. See you next time.